Want to learn how to set up alerts for your live stream? Well, I'm going to teach you how in this tutorial. We're going to be picking back up where we left off last time. If you saw my last tutorial for setting up OBS Studios, then you're great. But if you have not, make sure you go back and check that out. I'm going to be linking it in the description below. As always, if you find my content helpful, please consider checking me out on my other social medias. I stream every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. CT, and I'm a Fortnite main creator, so if you like Fortnite, come on over and hang out. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to me here on YouTube so you don't miss out on any future tutorials that I'm going to be giving you to help you in your streaming journey. For this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to set up alerts through Twitch. You're going to want to head to your Twitch and go to your creator dashboard, and I'll show you how you're going to set up alerts from there. Okay, in order to find your creator dashboard, you're going to click on your profile picture. You're going to go down to creator dashboard. To find the alerts, you're going to go over here to your creator dashboard and you're going to hit alerts. And this is how you're going to be able to set up your alerts right over here. You can create a new custom alert box. So go ahead and click that. So once you're in here, you're going to be able to see your followers, subscriptions, gifted subs, bits, and raids. These are the main ones that I would focus on as a beginner streamer. And as you begin to grow, you can go in and set your hype train up. If you want to do this on a budget, or if you're not able to commission your own alerts with sounds, you can use Giphies and then My Instant, which is like a sound button website which you can download sounds from. And I will link both of those in the description below for you guys. So we're going to set up follows first. And I'm just going to take you through a couple of these because once you learn how to do this, it's kind of repetitive and it's pretty easy, and you'll understand after I show you how to set up followers. We're not going to focus on new variants for followers, but we are going to go over here to the general settings, and I'm just going to show you guys the gist of this. So you're going to have your variant name, and that's going to be your main one, which is your new follower over here. And it's going to just leave the name new follower. The condition to set this alert off, like what happens to trigger this alert in your chat, is when any new follow to your channel. So you're going to leave that the same. The duration is kind of how long the length of your Giphy is that you're going to use as your alert for followers. And then for your fade in and fade out, this is going to be like what side you want it to come in from. Do you want it to come from the top and then fade out to the left, and so forth. So I can show you a little bit more of that as well once we get the image here. We're not going to worry about the customized HTML or the CSS right now because that's just a little bit more advanced for a different tutorial. So for the layout, you can choose if you want your alert to look like this with the image on the side and then the name, or if you want it on the opposite side. I usually do it with the image and then the name below, but you can just pick whichever one that suits you best and whichever one you like. I'm going to leave it on this one right here. I don't really change the background, the opacity, the padding, or the gap. I leave it at rounded corners and I leave off the drop shadow. Next is text and speech. This is going to be the message that appears below the alert. This is going to be the username just followed. You can leave this the same or you can mix it up, but make sure that you leave username here so that it can claim the name of those who follow. You have your font, your text layout, and your text color and your accent color. The text color is going to be the just followed, and the accent color is going to be the name of the follower. And you also have text to speech, but I leave this off until I use this for subs or donations or bets. Okay, now we're going to get into the visuals and sounds. This is where you're going to add your image and your sound. So for your image, if you want to upload your own, you can do that by uploading a file, or if you want to use the image library, this has all different ones that have already been set up, and you can just choose whichever ones they have here. They have all different kinds of pre-built ones so that you don't have to look for anything, and it's really fun. I suggest that you guys search through these if you would like to. I'm going to use an uploaded file, and I'm going to use that Hello Kitty that you saw dancing. That's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to use a sound from the sound library instead of uploading my own. And I'm going to use the glimmer on the second page. I'm going to use this glimmer wave. And I'm going to add this. To To test your alert or to preview it and see what it sounds like, you can hit the preview alert. And that's what it would sound like. So after this, you can kind of go in and play back under general settings with the fade in, fade out. The way I usually have it is I have it slide in left and then I have it slide right back out to the right. And we're going to preview this. That just means it slides in and then it slides right back out. After the 10 seconds are up, it will slide right back out. See? And you can have it do that from any side that you would like it to. But make sure you add that little flare right there. The animation is a really nice touch. After you have your image and sound, Twitch offers a celebration where you have different effects like rain, fireworks, or a flamethrower. Say you choose fireworks and you choose it at moderate. Anytime someone follows, you're not going to be able to see it in your OBS Studios. This will just be seen by the stream, but you can preview it. And look, you have some cool fireworks that pop up on the screen too. So cute. I love this touch. It's so adorable. Play around with it, chat. Make it your own. You will need to hit your saved changes right here. And we're going to copy our browser source down here at the bottom. And I'm going to show you guys how to add this alert into your OBS Studios so that you can see it and that stream can see it whenever anyone follows. And I'll show you how to do that now. Now that we're back in OBS Studios, I'm going to show you guys how to add that browser source for your alerts. Something cool that they have within OBS Studios is that you can make a scene a source. And I'll show you what that means. So this is what I do in my OBS Studios, just to kind of save room in each one of my scenes. And it's easy to import your alerts right into each and every scene that you have without having to set them up over and over again. So you're going to click this right here, and you're going to add a new scene, and you're going to call this scene Alerts. And we're just going to name that, and it's going to be a brand new scene here, you see? So, to add your alerts in, you're going to hit this plus sign, and you're going to go to browser source. You're going to name this Twitch Alerts. Hit OK. And then you're just going to add what you copied from your alerts page on Twitch right here, and hit paste. You can leave everything else the same. And just hit OK. And now you see that you have this big alert box. If you go back to Twitch and you hit the send test alert, it should pop up right here on your OBS Studios. And you see how that's working like that? Super cute and adorable. And you can put this wherever you would like it. I usually make mine come in like a small corner, something at the top. So say you wanted it to be right there, you could hit the test alert as well, and it would pop in. But you see how it came in from that side, so if you wanted to put it over here so that it was kind of more smooth, since it's coming in from that side, and then it will zoom out like that. It's just a super cute way to do that. So we'll test it again with it being on that side, see how it zooms in, how super cute that is, and then it zooms out. So, you have your scene for the alerts, and you want to add it to your just chatting screen like this. So instead of having to add alerts every single time, you're going to go right here, you're going to add in the scenes, and you're going to add in existing scenes, and you're going to add the alerts that you made and hit OK. And you're going to want to leave this up at the top so that it's nothing is on top of it. And you're going to want to lock it because it's already in place. And then you're going to send that test and see it pop up right there. How easy is that? So anytime you want to set up an alert that's going to be on your stream, make sure you set it up right here through your alerts scene instead of just having to add it to each and every one of the scenes that you have. Just add it to this one. This will be dark because it's not going to have any backgrounds or overlays or anything. It's just your alert scene. And then once you go to just chatting, it should be right here, and it's super easy to add it to your gaming. You just go to gaming, scenes, alerts, okay, and it's in here, and I can show you. See how super easy that is? So after you have your follower alerts, next is going to be your subscription alerts, and then your gifted subs, bits, and raids. So you can go ahead and close this up if you would like, and Twitch is already going to have a few variants for you under subscriptions. They're going to have your new subscriber exactly 1 month subscribed. So this is their very first time ever being subscribed. They can have a special alert. There's going to be one for your Prime subscription. This means that they subscribe with their Prime sub. It can be a different alert when they resubscribe. So this is after their first month and they're returning. This means they'll get to have their own alert after that. And then this is a new subscriber at least 12 months subscribed. So this is going to be like the milestone from when they hit a year. And you can set all of these up by just clicking on which one you want to work on. And then it will change over here in the general layout and everything else over on this side. So once you do that, make sure you just go through each one of these steps like we did with the follower and just customize it to the way you would like. You can follow the same steps or you can switch it up. You can do text to speech for some of these, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Say you do want to do text to speech though for your new subscribers. So you can hit say the alert. This will say the alert out loud. And then if they leave a message after they subscribe, like, yay, I love you so much, that will also play. And then you can also preview this alert with the text to speech to see what it would sound like.
Mr. Chowderclam just subscribed. Born too late to explore the earth. Born too early to explore space. Born just in time to spam memes.
So you'll get to hear what it sounds like. And if you want to change the voice and then test it again to see what voice you like best, you can do that. You can also change up the visual and the sounds here like we did with the follower alert to really make it your own. You can use the ones they provide or you can use your own gifty, spice it up, do what you would like. And then you can also add that celebration to this as well. If you do not want to use these variations, you don't have to. You can just toggle it off if you don't want to use it. But make sure you hit save changes and it will toggle that Prime sub off if you don't want to use it. But, take your time, go through these. Just make sure the one that you're working on is highlighted and then you see how the image changes. If you use a different image for these, you'll be able to tell which one you're working on for that reason. So that's how you do the subscriptions. And then they also have a different section for gifted subs over here as well. This is going to be like if you get 5 subs, 10 subs, 15 subs. And if you want to add a new variant, just click new variant and it will pop up and you're able to go in and customize that. Just make sure that you change the name up here to whatever you would like it to be. So with the gifted subs, if you want a new variant, say at like 5 subs, you're going to want to make sure it's that community gift sub at exactly, and then put 5. So that way the alert knows to go off at 5 subs gifted, no matter who does it within the community. If it's individual or if it's anonymous or anything like that, then the alert may not go off when you get gifted 5 subs. So just keep that in mind. And you're going to want to name this variant like 5 gifted subs. Just so that you know it, and then hit save changes so that it changes over here. And you can pull this down to the bottom if you want, just so that it's in order whenever you're doing your gifted sub alerts and things like that. So just make sure that you have the alert condition in the right spot or it won't go off. And then however many subs you want, and then hit save. So you can do another variant for this. You can name this say you wanted this to be 10. and you can do 10 gifted and then hit save and it will pop up over here. And you can put this down at the bottom as well, just to kind of keep it more organized. And make sure you guys just remember to save your changes, to highlight where you're working on so that you don't mess up and work on the wrong one. And I'm going to take you into bits. So bits is the same exact thing. You can set up a new variation, and it can be for cheering, power-ups, or extensions, but we're just going to do for cheering. And then cheer at least, we're going to say 100 bits. So that means this will go off for new bits 100. We're going to hit save changes. That means that it's not just for any bits, it's only for 100 bits. And if you wanted to change and toggle off so that only one bit doesn't make an alert happen, that they have to cheer at least 100 bits for the alert to come on and to pop up, then you can do that. That way, you know, sometimes you get spammed with just one GIF. You don't have a bit make your alert pop up 100 times in a row. Someone's like spamming you for your birthday like 100 bits in a row, which has happened for me before. And then yeah, you can just go in and do the same thing. You can add text to speech for this if you would like to. You can test and see what that would sound like.
Jack's just cheered 39 bits. I'm gonna make them alerts they can't refuse.
And also, if you only wanted text-to-speech to be for 100 bits and nothing else, then you would just toggle the text-to-speech on just for the bits and for nothing else. So you wouldn't do it in any of the other bit alerts, just this one, and then the text-to-speech would only work during this one. And then you just go in and set it up the way that we set it up the follower alerts. For raids, it's going to be the same. So with raids, make sure you save changes. So with raids, it's going to be basically the exact same, but you can make this not go off unless you only wanted, if you didn't want to get raided with just one viewer, say you could put this at like 2. That way you're not getting spammed raids by those that just go live to spam you a raid just to get attention, because some people like to do that. So if you just want to put it, they have to have at least max 2 viewers to raid you, then you can set this condition and then the alert wouldn't go off unless they had at least 2 viewers with the raid. There you go. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial and you now have alerts set up through your Twitch and your OBS Studios. If this was helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back again with another tutorial soon.